I have already explained, which comprising of the 5 stages: empathy, define, ideate, prototype, and also about the evaluate. Today I will invite Rose to give some kind of examples to brief this training.
Hi guys, so as Mama said, we're talking about the 5 stages of design thinking. So let me put an example of that. Let's say your friend comes up to you and says, Rose, I don't know the subject. The subject is a little hard for me. Can you help me? Can you teach me so that I can do an exam? Because whenever I open this book and I see this subject, it's really hard for me to do. So what's the first thing will I do? First thing I will do is empathize with the person. So I'll put myself in their shoe and see why they're not able to understand that subject. Why is the subject becoming hard for them? Why do they hate that subject? Now what's the second thing I'll do? I will get the answer for it, right? I'll be like, oh, it's because the concept is hard. Or probably the sum they were solving was not easy to solve for them. So like that I will do. So what's the second thing is to define the problem. Now I have defined the problem. I have found out that she cannot understand the concept or she's not able to solve the sums that were given there. So now that I've defined the problem, the third thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ideate the problem. I'm going to give it an idea of how to solve the problem. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start writing down 2 steps of how I could help her solve the problem. Maybe I could put a little, musical thing to it. Maybe she's interested in music. I can probably, make it look like a musical song or something to help her understand it more. Or I can give her something that is her favorite thing. I can relate to it, and I can give it to her to do. So this is the ideas that I've come up with to help her study. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to implement it. That is prototype. Whatever I have thought, whatever idea I've come up with, I'm going to give it to her to see how well it's going to work. So that is the 4th one, or the 4th step. That is prototype, or to test the person. We're testing to see if the person understood what I have explained. So what we're going to do is we're giving it to her. I'm giving her the different methods. Like I'm telling them how first day you study the concept. Second day write down the concept. Third day start telling the same. Fourth day study another one and read the same thing that we did last time. Like that I can give the different steps of video. Or as I said before with music or what she likes, we can bring it out and we can bring it together and we can see how well it goes. The 5th step, that is the 5th stage, is the evaluate. Okay, now I'm going to find out, seeing from what I've done, the effort I put into it, the steps and the methods that I've given her, to see that it is actually effective. What I will do, I will give her a test. I will test her knowledge of what I have given to her. So if she has done better, or she's done better than she has done before, or if she's showing good result, what does that mean? That means that my work has been fruitful. Or to say, my work has been done well. She's understood now that no longer that subject is hard for her. But if the subject or if the test that she did was not fruitful, or you do not see the result you want, what's happening? What I've done so far has not been helpful at all. So what I will do, again I will go back and give her something else that can help us